You know what? The narrative that Edca first and foremost is a Philippine base. Okay, all countries in the world build bases. We do not question the bases being built by other countries except when they are being built on contested territory. This is Philippine territory and it is our business what we do here, just as long as it is for Philippine interests. And here, the United States and us converge in our intended use for this. And it is not any other country's business to question what we do here. You know what?
What is, sir, pwede bang gamitin ng US, sir, for the refueling, if in case they...
You know what? If its proximity to Taiwan is a geographical accident and other people are paranoid about it, it's their problem. For me, my concern is Philippine national interest, national security. Ng personal, ang ating joint relief operations, no, dito sa Lal-lo. Ito pupunta sa Calayan Island, 1,300 food packs siguro, no. Ngayon, ang leksyon dito, kailangan mapabilis namin ang paggawa nitong Philippine base na to with Edca facilities upang sa ganon makapreposition tayo ngayon ng equipment, air assets, hindi lamang ng Philippine Air Force kung hindi pati United States Air Force. Ngayon, kung makikita nyo, ang operational limitation nila ay nakikita nyo dyan, barrels pa ang pagkarga ng fuel. No? For both Philippine assets and the United States air assets, we need to build more facilities to increase our operational tempo. So, kailangan mapabilis pa ang development dun sa 5 initial Edca sites and 4 more Philippine bases with Edca sites. So, we'd like to thank our United States partners for coming into our assistance because our air assets are totally committed, not only here in Northern Luzon, in Central Luzon, and in Mindanao also. I saw for myself the need to speed up the development of these Philippine bases in order to serve a total national security picture of our country and in the other 4 sites.
May we know, sir, ano na po ba ang current development ng Edca sites sa bansa?
Medyo mabagal pa yung development except for the first 5, no? So we need to work on the 4 more because these are the most disaster-prone areas actually where the 4 more Edca sites are, and they are also essential to the integrity of our credible deterrent posture and Philippine territorial security.
Sir, what kind of facility yung itatayo natin dito for Edca? At saka what are the assets from the United States na
This is a purely logistic, this is a Philippine base. Any defensive assets or whatever will be capabilities of the Philippines. The Edca is purely a logistical site of the United States to help us speed up operational tempo and response. These are non-offensive, but the rest of the Philippine assets that will be positioned in Edca sites are Philippine national security items for our territorial defense.
Is it the first time, sir, na gagamitin tong yung isa sa mga additional na for Edca sites for HADR?
I'm not too sure. This is the first time since I've sat, but I'm not too sure. We intend to invest more, both countries, in order to speed up the operational tempo of operations like this. We cannot preposition any air assets in this area because there are no hardened facilities that will protect them from typhoons. And we have to wait until the weather is favorable in order to bring these assets forward. We cannot do that in the future anymore. Because as the President said the other day, even though we track, there's some predictable pattern initially to the track of weather disturbances, they suddenly change course without any logic, no rhyme, no reason. So preparedness is the key. And that goes for all national security issues.
Sir, na-address na rin yung concerns ng local government on security, targeting Edca sites, ano ganun.
You know what, the narrative that Edca first and foremost is a Philippine base, okay? All countries in the world build bases. We do not question the bases being built by other countries except when they are being built on contested territory. This is Philippine territory and it is our business what we do here, just as long as it is for Philippine interests. And here, the United States and us converge in our intended use for this. And it is not any other country's business to question what we do here.
Yes.
Sir, ano pong mga napag-usapan niyo
Mike, higher, Mike.
kagabi sa Malacanang?
Well, maraming napag-usapan pero naging very productive ang kanilang diskusyon, pero whatever the content na pinag-usapan ng dating Pangulong Duterte at kay President Marcos, hayaan na lang natin sila magsabi. I'm not at liberty to say.
Sir, the U.S. Embassy raised concerns, sir, sa Manila Bay reclamation na Chinese effects niya sa environment. Also,
You address that question to Secretary Loizaga.
sir, also yung security kasi, sir,
Patas mo yung mic.
contractor daw is involved in the militarization.
Well, we will have to, if that comes to my desk, I will address it properly. But the first and foremost concern is environmental, which is being addressed, I think, by Secretary Loizaga.
Sir, speaking of reclamation, yung Vietnamese daw nag-reclaim, can we verify that so far?
I will have to verify.
Sir, para po sa Region 2, paano nyo naman po i-assess, sir, as the head of NDRIMC ang naging response and also the preparedness ng Region 2, sir?
Well, for Cagayan, actually, dahil sanay na tayo dito sa Cagayan, the preparedness was as best as possible. No? But however, as we said, that the path of weather disturbances are getting more and more unpredictable. And as you heard, probably the exchange between pag-asa and Governor Albano regarding the prediction that July was El Nino, they explained that El Nino is preceded by intense rain and then a dry spell. But hopefully, we will not have a dry spell as is predicted, but it's best nasisiat nga agsagsagana tayo lalo dito'y Region 2 ta food basket ti intero nga Pilipinas dito'y.
Yes, sir. Sir, anya mo tinamnamaan dagiti taga Region 2 kada iti bagyo, sir?
Namnamain ida nga patuloy ti panagsaranay laeng iti rehabilitasyon ti na dael structures no diket tulong iti manalon ti trabahador ken dagiti amin nga banag ti parabor ken proyekto tapno may silpo manen dagiti naputed arangtay ken dalan. So ni presidente mismo ti personal nga nangitartaripato iti disaster relief and reconstruction efforts dito'y Region 2. Haan matlaing dito'y Region 2 no dikit Cordillera ken Region 1.
Yes.
Last two questions. Sir, Secretary.
Sorry.
Secretary, Sir, si David sa CNN. Sir, you clearly pointed out this is going to the logistical base, tapos controlled and commanded by the Philippine forces. But given its proximity, sir, to Taiwan, and then there's the
You know what?
perception, sir. What if, sir, pwede bang gamitin ng US, sir, for the refueling, if in case they...
You know what? If its proximity to Taiwan is a geographical accident and other people are paranoid about it, it's their problem. For me, my concern is Philippine national interest, national security. And we will have to put bases, not necessarily Edca, throughout our archipelago. We are pursuing an archipelagic doctrine with baselines, and we have to protect that. So the paranoia of other people, maybe rightly so, is taken into consideration. but national security is paramount, no, in this country. And we have reassured other countries in the world that the Philippines is not allowed by the Constitution to wage war or any offensive action as an instrument of national policy. Now, if they do not take their word, our word for it, then how can we trust each other? Just like some people say they have pacific intentions, yet there are contrary actions. Actions speak louder than words. And for me, my action is what is the best interest of our country. And Edca is not only for logistical support on the US side, but its capability upgrade on the Philippine side. And that's what I'm making sure of.
Yes, you will take the last question.
Sir, maliban sa humanitarian and disaster response na may bibigay ng US forces, ano pa yung anya pa iti mapakinabangan iti Region 2 ken ti Pilipinas na maited iti US military, sir?
Haan matlaing iti namnamain tayo iti maited ta. No, anya ti kasapulan tayo nga padasin ti inted da. Ta treaty partners tayo. Masapul nga isagana tayo, ti kabalinan tayo, tapno ag pumada, ag parity, iti kapabilidad tayo. Ta iti may nga natibker nga Pilipinas, haan matlay makabinipisyo iti US no dikit iti na dumaduma pagilyan ito'y lugar. I said a strong Philippines is a benefit for everyone, not only one country. So I explained. The question asked me was, what do we expect from the United States aside from humanitarian assistance? I said that it's not only what we expect from the United States, but what we expect from ourselves to develop ourselves, to be as capable a treaty partner and to fulfill our obligations under the Mutual Defense Treaty as far as possible, because our capabilities redound to the resilience and self-reliance of the Filipinos, which is our obligation not only to ourselves right now but to future generations of this country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Proposal
It's
daw
so
to
kind.
hold joint military exercise.
There is a proposal to the Chief of Staff, but we're still studying.
What are your thoughts about it?
Well, we have to see where there are areas of convergence. So right now, I have no thoughts. I'm waiting for the Chief of Staff to make the appropriate recommendation.
Sir, speaking of joint patrols, do you have any update dun sa trilateral joint patrol, trilateral, multilateral patrols?
We're
with
still discussing.
Japan?
We're still discussing the same, and we will meet again with the DFA and the NSA to discuss further.
Kailan, sir, kaya yung meeting niyo?
I cannot. We will meet soon, but I cannot say point out the exact date.
Sir, comment lang po regarding po sa pagdeklara kay Kong Taves bilang terrorist.
That's an ATC matter. The ATC spokesman can explain that already. I think I have different issues that I want to focus on, like capability upgrades and other instructions of the president to me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Kadagidjay kakailan tayo, namnamain nyo apo, ti amin kabalinan, ti national government, ti PAI, tapno saranayan ken makatulong kanyayo apo. Asini apo Diyos, awan bagyo, wenno awan anyaman, ti mapasama kanya tayo, ngem masapol nga sidadaan tayo ang kanayon, ken intay suruten, dagayjay instructions ti opisyalis tayo aglalo no imbagbagada masapol para iti pananaknib kanyayo nga early preventive evacuation. Just ti agina apo.
Thank you.
Laban Pinas.